What is up YouTube? It's your favorite Dr. Zora, and we're going to be reviewing the most overpowered weapon in Valorant right now and how you can use it to quickly climb up the ranks. The best part about this weapon is anyone can use it, including those who have terrible aim. That's right, your aim can suck, but you can still fuck. That was a terrible rhyme, but yes, we're going to show you the most overpowered weapon. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So if you're one that has a lot of trouble using the rifles, then this is just the video for you. The key to ranking up with bad aim is using the most overpowered weapon in the game right now, which is the shotguns, particularly the Bucky, which only costs 900 credits and has the power to go head to head with the more expensive rifles. This is essentially the big shotgun that everyone has been using. It's overpowered right now. Riot did not nerf it for whatever reason, so it's insanely powerful. A lot of players have been using the Bucky, especially the shotgun Sage players have really been rocking this and just ranking them easy. Immortal, Diamond, Radiant, Bucky is all you need, brother.
One shrimp is half.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my
Let's go, baby!
You're so
Come
good.
on! Come on!
So good.
Got the
Let's
Zora.
go, bro! The key here is to really understand the ranges with the Bucky though. So for those who aren't aware, the basics, you can left click with it and it's a shotgun, close range, boom, they're gonna be dead. But the right click is really what takes the Bucky to another level, but it's really important to figure out the timing for it. So what the right click will do, it will just burst onto an enemy target, and it only works if you're in a specific range. So for example, if we are gonna measure here, this is about 8 meters, and we hit a right click, you can hear that's pretty puny. It doesn't do a lot of damage. If we go over to the range here as well, we can figure out exactly how much damage that it does. So this is 5 meters. Only does 20 damage versus if you left click here, you can get a big whopping 190 on there. So the range is going to be very important to figure out how to really use the right click efficiently. So we put actually 10 meters. This is essentially the bread and butter range that the right click works at. So if we right click this range, boom, you get 345 damage, which is absolutely ridiculous. And you see 15 pellets that land onto the enemy and just does so much damage at a pretty good range. Like 10 meters, this is a pretty common range that you're going to experience in game. So that's what really makes the Bucky so powerful and easy to rank up with. You have a close range, typical shotgun that can one-shot people, but then you have this long range bazooka that you can just destroy enemies with. We're going to get into some very important details on how to master the Bucky to help you rank up, but if you're enjoying the content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Also let us know in the comments down below on what your thoughts are on the Bucky itself. Now let's get back to the video. So you want to use the left click, and when do you want to use the right click? So from the range, we can see here where you have this set at 5 meters. This is very easy. You want to left click absolutely at this range. 304 damage, easy peasy here. And you want to do the left click up to about 8 meters. So I'm trying to get myself into about the 8 meter mark for this guy. And then we click here, still doing 237, not bad. Okay, just to make sure that we're on the right target, let's go over to these red bad boys here. 8 meters here. Boom, still able to fully annihilate the enemies. Let's try to get 8 meters for this guy. Boom. Still able to get a nice kill on the left click up to about 8 meters. From that point forward, the right click is really going to be what you want to start doing. So we go back over to our buddy range over here, and we set this over to 10 meters actually. Or let's go over to actually get to 9 meters first. And we start doing the left click. We got about 126. Do it again. We got 154 there, but it's a little bit iffy whether or not you're going to actually get that one-shot kill when you're in this range. You have a good shot of doing this still, but there is a little bit of RNG factored in there. You can see that the damage that I'm putting out, just leaving my left click in place, it is quite variable. So that is when you want to use the right click. Oops, so that was a little bit too close there, but boom, 9 meters is that sweet spot that you start to do a deadly damage. You see how much I'm doing right here. Right click, 391. Put ourselves at 10 meters. Try to do a right click. Boom, 345. You see, this is a pretty good distance, and it's pretty common that you'll face an enemy in this range. And one right click is enough to do 368 to them and completely destroy them. Now 20 meters, that's going to be way too far, so it's not going to be effective at that range, although you still can do a good amount of damage, about 60, so it still does some good damage. So if anyone's lit up, this is still a viable option to get some pretty good damage onto enemies here. The Bucky really becomes extremely broken. Now we take a look at our red hot boys over here and see just how much range we can right click an enemy in one shot. Let's take this guy over here, 11 meters, easy right click, easily dead. Let's back up a little bit more to this guy here. So try and get this here. We're gonna back up a little bit more. 13, right click, dead. Let's take a look at this guy. We can back up even further. Let's try and get 15, 16 here. 16 is about that point where it starts to not one shot. I'm trying, if we can get to 15 meters, I can show you guys that 15 meters is still a one shot kill on the right click. Like, see how far I am from that spot right there. That was insane how much range this thing has. Sometimes in the 16 meter marks, I've been getting the one shot kills as well. So see how extremely broken the Bucky is at its current state and how easy it is. Close range, easy left clicks. Boom. Far range, easy right clicks. These guys are just completely destroyed. And you're gonna definitely tilt people by using the Bucky against them at those ranges for sure. There's no buffs in its current state. You play close range, easy kills. You play medium range, 13, 15 meters away, boom, still a one shot kill. Now the key to using the shotgun is to really aim for the body. Now if you aim for the head, you're not gonna get as much damage because a lot of your bullets, so let's point out your center dot here, get a good damage there. But if we go further away, let's go about here, and we aim for the head, we don't get as much damage versus if we hit the body shots. That's because when you aim at the center, you're gonna get a headshot there. You can see the headshot animation there, but you also get a lot of pellets that will go into the body. So you actually want to aim for the body when you're doing the shotgun versus the head itself. You're gonna get a lot more pellets, a lot more damage when you do so. Ranges, you want left click and right click, so you have those foundational numbers that I just gave you, but obviously you're not going to be able to do a ping in the middle of a fight. So what I recommend players doing is putting themselves in a position where you really only have to think about using one of the clicks. So for example, if I'm playing in this back doorway here, I'm going to put myself in a range where I really only want to use the right click. The left click is not going to kill anyone that pops up here, but the right click will, so I'm going to just solely focus on using the right click in this position. And then if I want to use the left click, I put myself in a position where I'm only going to be using the left click. There's no reason I'm going to be right clicking in this range. But with your aim, there's also the judge, which costs a little bit more, 1600 credits. It's not nearly as overpowered as the Bucky, but it is an auto shotgun, so you can spray a lot quicker with this weapon. And this may be more for you if you feel like your aim's not quite there. You find yourself hitting a little bit off to the side and not landing all the pellets that you would like. This gives you a little bit more leeway to hit multiple shots. And it's fairly accurate on the run as well, so it's still a super powerful weapon that you can utilize to just destroy opponents. Now you can see the range here as well, so put ourselves at 10 meters. 10 meters, it still gets really close to a one shot. In fact, some of them, if we put in the right position, can become, one of those was a one shot kill. If we put in just the right position, you can get pretty close to it, but even if you don't get it, you can shoot a second bullet so fast that these eliminate players really quickly with this weapon as well. You see 10 meters, again, pretty common range that you might fight someone. Now the 20 meters is where it gets a little bit sketchy, but the 10 meter mark is still super powerful, and you just get 1, 2, 3 bullets and you're gonna get a nice easy kill. So we go over here, let's try to get about 10 meters here. It's a one shot kill actually, which is very strong. 13, 3-shot kill. Let's try this guy here. 14, it's still about a 2-shot there. 2-shot. So you still get some really good kills with this weapon. Ooh, that was a 1-shot. 10 meters, dead. Dead. So you see, you can still get a ton of damage with the judge as well. So if the Bucky is a little bit too hard for you to use, because it's definitely less forgiving. You have to reload, so you really only have 1 shot to kill somebody with. You can go for the judge, practice this for a bit, get used to this, and then you actually want to eventually try to see if you can progress yourself to the cheaper Bucky at some point, once you feel like your aim is a little bit better. How powerful the Bucky is and the judge is, now you want to go over a couple positions that you want to use this. So now we just mentioned that about 15-16 meters is where the Bucky reaches its max potential, so you want to play anywhere between 0 to 16 meters. And a common position that people will play is, for example, up at B tower. You can get some easy kills, jump over to this ledge here. You can see this is about 8 meters, so an easy left click that you can do. And you can left click, back up, anyone comes by. This is now the right click range, so you can set yourself up again, putting yourself in positions where you know you only need one option. Left click here, boom, dead. Back up a little bit. Now we got 10 meters, right click, boom, and they're gonna be dead there as well. Particularly really emphasizes how powerful the Bucky is. So if players are pushing up middle, they're trying to go up into mailing up to heaven. Let's take a look at how the range is here. 13 meters, we can even go a little bit higher. They can even enter mid-mail a little bit. And I'll be able to right click someone here and get a kill on them. That's absurd. And again, it just shows how powerful this weapon is. And lastly, I just want to go over a couple more spots. You can play around with this on any map, but we're just going to go split for an example here. Same thing, going up tower here. Easily left clicks on here. If you need to back up a little bit, get into a little bit further range, boom, right click, easy kills. And even here as well, 18 meters, that's gonna be a little bit too far, but you can close the gap just a smidge, and then boom, you can get a nice right click onto those players and kill them. And especially if they're having rifles, again, you're just gonna tilt the crap out of them. I mean, I'm tilted as well. When this happens to me, I'm getting tilted, man, no doubt. Now, what age do you want to use? Jet's gonna be a very good one for obvious reasons. One, she has that dash ability, so she can get a shot, and then if necessary, she can peek a little bit further and then just dash away into safety. Get a quick pick, tilt the enemy, and then back up into safety. They come push you, boom, get some kills on them as well from there. Or you can just get some really cool off angles as well. So you can dash in for your team, entry in, and just blast anybody that's in your way. Boom, easy kills onto the B site. And she can also get some weird off angles. So with the new changes to split, these angles are pretty powerful, but you can also get a little bit more if you want to do an updraft and then get to enemy lines like this. Abilities are really good at getting into fights or also just backing out of fights, so that's why we really recommend using Jet. And she also has abilities that lets her get into really weird off angles as well that we just mentioned there. The next agents that I'd recommend using the Judge for is Sage. Now, I use Sage because she has a lot of abilities that actually help her get these shotgun kills. So again, let's say that you don't have the best aim and you're having trouble just getting your bullets in. You hit a couple shots but you don't get all of them in. Sage actually helps to make it easier for you. For example here, if players are pushing in on you and they're coming into middle, all you gotta do is throw a Q onto them, slow them down, and now they have to just, if they want to progress, they have to slowly walk in, and that makes them a nice sitting target for you to get a nice and easy shotgun kill onto them. And now with Sage as well, you can wall yourself, get in safety. That is a garbage wall, a lamau, but you guys will get the point here that you can just use this wall and find some cool off angles. Again, get some nice kills on here. I'm wondering if this is actually a one-shot bolt. It is, so you get some really cool off angles with the Sage walls here. So the wall along with these slow orbs really make it incredibly easy for Sage to outplay players. If anyone comes close, slow them down, make them even easier kills, and you just overall just outplay players using Sage's kit. That's all we have for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content like this. It's your favorite Dr. Zora, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.